Well, everyone and their dog can take a photo with a smartphone, but as more people are treating their pets as de facto children, it seems there is a market for pooches in professional portraits. David Bellerive is a photographer in Regina. He owns Diggety Dog, a pet photography business, and he's here in studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, how did this start for you?
Oh, well, my kids are old now, so they don't have to suffer through my photography.
For which they're grateful.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I recently got a dog, and I started taking lots of pictures of him. And one day I just took a picture, and it kind of caught me off guard because he was looking right in the lens, and it was something, I don't know about it, that just captured my interest.
What was it?
I don't know. It's that looking at there's something about dogs or animals when they're looking at us, like they don't I think understand that what a camera is, so they're not posing or anything. They're just looking at it just the way they would normally look at you.
A more honest
look
than you get.
So
from
I really
people?
felt like this really neat connection in that picture, and I thought, oh, this is pretty cool. And I started taking a lot, as my wife will say, a lot of pictures of my dog, and then. With the Wascana Dog Club, I took a bunch of pictures of members' dogs, and then it just sort of took off from there.
Yeah. And is it like people, they say the eyes are the windows of the soul. Is it the same with dogs?
Absolutely. You kind of get that animal soul, and it's really, really like people say, oh, you've captured the personality of my dog. And it's not like that's what I set out to do at all, because I don't really know the dogs. But somehow it comes across when they're just caught in that little moment.
Yeah, so tell us, you brought in a bunch of examples, and
yes.
we might as well start with your own dog, whose
Cooper.
name is Cooper. Okay, and you've got one there of Cooper eyes closed, Cooper eyes open. Tell me about how you captured who Cooper is in those photographs.
Well, Cooper's a bit of a ham, and he's probably pretty sick of me taking pictures of him. But I mean, for his tongue out picture, that was just by chance. He stuck his tongue out, and I captured the picture at the same time. And that really is Cooper. Like, he's just got this little attitude about him.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a little bit of attitude.
Yeah.
He's a what breed? He's
a Nova Scotia duck toller.
Okay, and so he does have some tude.
Oh yeah. He's got a little bit of himself, I guess.
So how hard do you have to work to capture that then?
Well, it's not easy, but it's not either hard. I don't know. It's you can't pose a dog the way you could pose a person. I use little noises. Rip apart a squeaky toy for a dog and just use the little squeaker or duck
to get
calls.
their attention.
Yeah, just to catch their eye and get them looking, and then maybe get their ears perked up and their head
like the
tilted
Doberman there.
bit.
Tell people about the Doberman. Describe that photo.
That is. Oh, my goodness, his name slips my mind now, yeah. But Portia's dog, and she wanted this beautiful normal Doberman, but he's just such a character and has got so much personality. So I have on my website a picture of him laughing, and then this one with his ears out like he's flying.
Is he a little bit goofy?
Ryan, that's his name, Ryan. Yeah,
Ryan?
He's very goofy.
Yeah, and he looks a bit goofy.
Yeah.
He's got a touch of the
He's not a
goofball
dignified
there.
Doberman.
Yeah. And tell us about a couple of the other photos that you've got there.
Well, this Bazinga, the Jack Russell Terrier, and Bazinga's quite a character. The black and white one, that's Nugget.
Yeah, the black and white one is interesting because that's an interesting choice. You got a black dog and you chose a black backdrop, which I think a lot of people probably wouldn't do, but yet it's a great portrait. Tell me about putting that together.
Black dogs are really hard to photograph because you often just get that blackness. So actually putting the black background in and lighting them from the side and from the front, you can get a little bit more of a sheen. But Nugget isn't actually black, so she's a Chesapeake Bay Retriever and is kind of brown. But the dog that you have on Facebook is a black dog.
Rowdy.
Rowdy looks great on the
Yes,
black
Rowdy
background.
is the dog of a friend of ours here at CBC, a reporter here at CBC, Dean. People will remember Dean Gutile. And Rowdy is a very handsome dog, and you've caught handsome and sincere. There's a touch of sincerity there in Rowdy's
Oh,
face.
yeah. Rowdy is, he would have sat and took pictures all day. I think he was quite happy to be doing that.
Well, what are some, okay, Rowdy was happy doing that, but what are some stories of dogs who, I'm sure there are some who are not quite as cooperative. What kinds of stories do you have there?
Bazinga there, the little Jack Russell. Usually we spend about a half an hour or an hour taking pictures. We had about 3 minutes with Bazinga because Jack Russells are very busy dogs, and he had a lot going on. So he knocked over the background, knocked over some other things. And
Also decided it was time to relieve himself?
yes, he did.
He?
He did take a dump. And but you only need, 1/250th of a second, and we caught it with him. So I was quite happy with Bazinga's look.
How directive are the owners? I mean, do they come in to say, take it away, or do you get some owners who come in and they've got really clear ideas
about what they want? Well, they can play a big part in it because the dogs love their owners, and so I get them right behind me, no space issues because you want them as well, right, looking at the owner, and they're going to be very focused on that. So it's good to get them right behind me and sort of drawing the dog's attention too.
Yeah, but tricky. You're managing where the owner is, making noises. You've got a dog that might not be cooperative. It sounds like
There's
a pretty tricky enterprise. Do you generally go for all the examples you brought in are real close-up headshots? Do you generally go for the close-up headshot?
Well, I do some action and outdoor shots, but I love these because I think removing the background and the distraction, it really gets that focus, like you said, on the eyes and that dog's personality. So, yeah, I think that's my favorite, but...
Yeah. What does it say about I mean, I can just imagine, 20 years ago or 25 years ago, people going and paying money for a portrait of a dog, right? What does it say about our relationship, how it's changed our relationships with our pets, what they are today compared to 20, 30 years ago?
I think there's always been that bond, don't you think? I think that, we have cats and we have had dogs for a long time, and each of them has been pretty special. I think just now that ability and the affordability of it, because, it used to be you'd have to, if you wanted a dog portrait, it'd be like going to your own portrait. It was cost prohibitive, and it was really expensive. So now it's not so bad. We all have smartphones. We can get on the ground. And
yeah. So what tips do you have for people who do have their smartphones and they're just out in the dog park? What advice do you have for them getting a great picture of their pet?
Get on the ground. So get down to their level, I think, is the best advice, to just because then you're connecting more and you're feeling more. The lower you can get and right down is the best. And then have somebody throw a ball at you, like have the dog far away and throw the ball at you, and they can run right at you in the camera or
get some great action shots. So you still have a day job. This is part-time for you. Has it taken off enough that you'd think about becoming, full-time portrait to the stars here?
Oh, well, no, it hasn't quite taken off quite like that, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in. They're really, really great photographs, all of them. They're just
thank you
fabulous.
for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Rowdy really got our eye when Rowdy was being shared around. He is a handsome devil. And I know his mama's listening right now, too. She's a friend of mine. She's pretty proud of her Rowdy.
She should be.
Thanks so much, David.